Both the learned trial judge as well as the appellate court considered the very same documents brought on record by the contesting parties to arrive at their respective conclusions with regard to the entitlement of the plaintiffs. Specifically, the learned trial judge had discussed the narration of the events of dispossession pleaded by the plaintiffs and held the same to be somewhat unreliable and inconsistent in view of the fact that the defendant number 1, son of the deceased Ibrahim Khan, who is alleged to have been instrumental in dispossessing the plaintiffs, was at the relevant point of time in Bhagalpur in connection with the cremation of the deceased Ibrahim Khan. In this regard, the claim of defendants 2 to 4 that they were also in Bhagalpur at the relevant time was considered by the learned trial judge. The versions of the occurrence allegedly narrated to the plaintiff number 1 by her neighbors and her domestic aide were also found to be somewhat contradictory. The learned trial judge took into account the fact that the plaintiff's version with regard to prosecution of studies by the second plaintiff in the school at Mira Road and his residing with the parents of the plaintiff number 1 at Mira Road was brought on record in the rejoinder and did not constitute the part of the plaintiff case. Para. In coming to his conclusions in the matter, the learned trial judge also took into account the fact that the visiting card of the plaintiff number 1 showed an address other than of the suit of office, and also the fact that the communication conveying the temporary membership of the plaintiff number 1 in the Bombay Bar Association sent to the suit flat address was returned with the remarks shifted. The fact that the visiting card of the plaintiff showing the office address at Asoka Center contained the same telephone numbers of the plaintiff that were mentioned in certain communications of the bank were duly taken note of by the learned trial judge. In the above context, the claim of the plaintiff number 1 that the said visiting card is a forged and fabricated document was held to be an issue fit for decision in the trial of the suit. The learned trial judge took into account the passports of both the plaintiffs issued in the year 2009 showing the address of the suit premises as well as the vouchers memos showing payment by the plaintiff number 1 for the household and electric goods which were found in the suit flat. On an overall consideration of the aforesaid facts and the documents laid in support thereof, the learned trial judge was of the view that there were consistencies and improbabilities in the case of the plaintiffs which needed to be established in the trial of the suit. Accordingly, the interim relief of direction to be put back in possession as claimed by the plaintiffs was declined. The appellate court understood the very same documents considered by the learned trial judge in a wholly different manner. Stop.